Hey, it's time for the Global Reading Challenge again. The Global Reading Challenge is a partnership between the Seattle Public Library and Seattle Public Schools for 4th and 5th graders. That's you! Teams of up to 7 students compete in a series of trivia questions based on a selection of 8 books. Each team will listen to a trivia question, write down the answer in a team huddle. Each team delivers their answer to the judges' table, face down on the corresponding color. The judges mark the answer correct or incorrect on a scorecard. After each question, the judge reveals the correct answer, and the teams move on to the next question. At the end, the judges tally up all the points, and the team with the highest number of correct answers wins. We have a great lineup of books for you this year, and I hope that you find something awesome to read. Here are our authors to tell you more about the books.
Hi, I'm Sean David Hutchinson, and I am the author of The School for Invisible Boys, which is a story about sixth grader Hector Griggs, who is being bullied by his ex-best friend and who finds out that he can become invisible. But of course, nothing is ever as it seems, and Hector quickly learns that there are worse things roaming the halls of his school than bullies, and that he'll need to work with his friends and with the people who are tormenting him if they're all to have any hope of surviving. So I really wanted to write this book because when I was in school, I felt like nobody really saw me, nobody really understood me. And while I couldn't turn invisible, I really often felt that way. Um, and what I really wanted to be was a hero. So I wanted to give, a character like Hector Griggs who feels unseen the chance to be a hero. Um, and really, I wanted to write a book that I wanted to write a fun monster book adventure, the kind of story that I would have, stayed up late after my parents had gone to bed, reading under the covers with a flashlight. Um, and so that's what I did.
Hi, I'm Leah Johnson, and I am the author of Ellie Ingle Saves Herself, and I'm so excited you all are going to be reading it. Ellie Ingle Saves Herself is a book about a girl named Ellie who's on the verge of seventh grade. Everything in Ellie's life is exactly as she wants it to be right now. She loves hanging out with her friend, Abby, she loves hanging out with her mom, and she loves reading comic books. But what Ellie doesn't know is that the night before seventh grade, when a freak earthquake hits her town, she's gonna wake up with the power to bring things back to life with her touch. Now, seventh grade is hard enough for somebody who just wants to disappear into the background and leave the spotlight to her best friend, but it's made even weirder and wackier when she now has to deal with being a superhero whose powers get exposed to the entire world on top of everything else. I love Ellie Ingle. I hope you all enjoy it. If you like books about found family and magic and superpowers and trying to figure out what it means to be yourself, then I really think you're going to like Ellie Ingle Saves Herself. Grab your capes, grab your comic books, and enjoy.
Hey, I'm Jess Weebo, and together with my twin, Sin Weebo, we are the creators of the Stonewall, Mike Morgan, and Larry Roman's children's literature award-winning graphic novel Lunar Boy. Sin is holding the camera right now. Say hi, Sin. Hi, Sin. We're identical twins, so we look exactly the same. Don't worry about it. I'm just slightly taller. Lunar Boy is the story of Indu, a boy from the moon who is adopted by an astronaut lady who eventually marries and moves to a planet called New Earth, a sci-fi water village in futuristic Indonesia. Here, Indu struggles fitting in with his new blended family and with the kids at school. He even starts growing feelings for his pen pal, who might not like him back. Worst of all, Indu can't talk to his mom because she's too busy. In a moment of desperation, Indu calls for the moon to take him back. And to his surprise, the moon agrees to bring him home for the new year. But as time passes, Indu ends up finding friendship and connection in unlikely places. Once the moon calls again, will Indu be willing to give up what he's just found? You'll have to read to find out. Just as Indu goes through culture shock once he's moved to Indonesia, we too struggled fitting in and growing up in Indonesia as third culture kids. We lived in all sorts of other countries when we were young, and for us, that meant coming back home to Indonesia felt like being a stranger in your own home. We weren't as fluent in Bahasa Indonesia, and it was hard to make friends. Sometimes it felt like being from a whole other planet. We wanted to put that life experience into our story, and really ask, what does it mean to belong? I hope you'll enjoy reading it. We had so much fun writing, and especially drawing this magical world full of spaceships, boats, and star temples.
Hi there, I'm Kate Messner, the author of the History Smashers series, and I want to share a little about History Smashers, Christopher Columbus, and the Taino people. Now, here's the thing most everyone has learned about Columbus, the famous explorer who was searching for a new route to India when he got lost and landed on an island in the Caribbean instead. But not everyone has heard of the Taino, the native people who lived in that part of the world for literally thousands of years before Columbus showed up. So, this book is co authored by Dr. Jose Barrero, a Taino elder and scholar who's worked with the Smithsonian Museum of the American Indian to share the story of the Taino people there as well. I hope you will have a great time smashing myths about Columbus and learning more about the Taino people too. Have a fantastic time with the Global Reading Challenge, and then I hope you might check out the rest of the History Smashers series too.
Hi everyone, my name is Ernesto Cisneros. I'm the author of Efren Divided, a book about a middle grade boy, Efren Nava, who comes home from school one day only to find that his mother has been taken away by ICE, leaving him to pick up all the responsibilities of his mom, including taking care of his little brother and sister. Now, I started writing this book in 2016 after there was so many horrible things being said about immigrants, specifically the Latino community. I know I grew up feeling lesser than, and I just do not want any of my students or any of the kids in my neighborhood, my community, my own children. I don't want anybody to grow up feeling the same way, like they're not as good as everybody else. They don't deserve to be marginalized, and they most definitely deserve to see themselves in books, in literature. And so I really hope that you guys enjoy the book. I try, because it is a little bit of a sad theme, I tried to add as much of humor as I possibly could. Again, this is tells you a lot about my community, and this is the way that I grew up as well. So I'm super excited to be able to share with you guys, and I really hope that it resonates with you guys and that you guys enjoy it. Um, and if for those people out there who don't know much about the topic or have never really met a Latino family, this was also my way of welcoming you over to my house, so you get to meet a Latino family and see that we are not all those things that uh, are presented in the media. Again, thank you so much for reading the book. I really hope you enjoy it.
Hello, I'm Chanel Miller, and I'm the author and artist of Magnolia Wu Unfolds It All. So Magnolia Wu is 10 years old. She lives in New York City, and her family owns a laundromat. And all summer, she's been so hot and so bored and so lonely. And luckily, a girl named Iris moves to the city, and they become fast friends. They take all the missing socks inside the laundromat and start to return them one by one. In my local laundromat in New York City, they had a sock board where all the missing socks were pinned, and I asked what happened to them, and they said at the end of the year, all of them got dumped. And so I thought, all these socks are so lonely, I don't want them to be abandoned. Maybe I can invent a character who's going to take the time to return them to their owners. I love the idea of taking an ordinary object and building an entire adventure around it. I hope you love Magnolia Wu Unfolds It All. Happy reading!
Hi everyone, I'm Hannah Han, the author of We Are Big Time, and I'm so excited. This is a Battle of the Books book, and I hope you'll enjoy reading it. This story is full of action, as you can tell from the cover, but also about adjusting to a new place, making new friends, about teamwork and friendship and family, and so much more. This is the character I created, Aaliyah, who is actually based on a real life member, well, I should say a bunch of real life members of the Salam School girls basketball team in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I spoke to several players and the coach of this team that had an incredible turnaround season from being pretty terrible to suddenly winning games and getting a lot of attention in the media. And the girls I spoke to shared some of the highlights and some of the things they personally dealt with as members of this team and suddenly getting this media attention. The coach shared wonderful insights with me, And I wove that into a fictional story about this school, the Peace Academy, and their all hijab wearing girls basketball team featuring Aaliyah and her friends. I made this a graphic novel. My very first, which you can see here, was beautifully illustrated by a new artist. Well, this is her first graphic novel, Safia Zaruki. I love it. I love the way she put this together and made the action and the emotion so real. I hope you'll love reading it as much as I loved writing it. I truly believe there's something in here for everyone, and I'm so grateful to everyone who helped put it together and to you all for reading it. So thank you, and happy Battle of the Books.
I'm Plum. I can't believe I'm here at the Guardian Academy on Lotus Island. I'm one of a small group of kids who were chosen to learn how to become guardians. Guardians are magical creatures who are sworn to protect the natural world. We spend our days strengthening our minds and bodies, learning to protect the defenseless, and communicating with animals. My friends are starting to transform into amazing creatures, but no matter how hard I try, my transformation won't come. Do I have what it takes to be a guardian?
I'm so excited about these books, and I hope you are too. Copies of the books are available in many formats. We're sending paperbacks to your school. The titles are also available at all Seattle Public Library locations while supplies last. In addition to those paperbacks, you can place a hold on books from the library or access ebooks and e-audiobooks with your library link account. Check out our website at spl.org/grc for more information. Happy reading, and we hope to see you at the library.
There are 8 fun books for you to read, and 7 students to a team. There are 8 questions in each round, and 3 rounds till a winner is found. It's the Global